yeah, so we're helping write the Tinder profile. So you had, so what'd you have again? So let me see.
Yeah.
Can I see? All right. So you're a world traveler. And that's what you want to showcase. Sometimes guys will look at advice for their profile and then they'll just copy and paste the advice, but you don't really want to just follow just lines that other guys have used. You want to cater it. You want to understand why it works and then make it specific for you. So understand the thing with texting and the thing with writing a good Tinder profile is understanding the concepts that work and not necessarily the lines for lines, but the concept. And one of the concepts is the DHV, or demonstration of higher value. So the line for you is former pharmacist turned into a world traveler. And what I explained was every single picture. So you should have one nice picture for, you have one good picture and the rest should just be your traveling. Just you're an adventure, you're traveling, and then that's high value because they're going to wonder, how did you do that? How are you traveling? How's all this work? They become intrigued by it. But they become intrigued by that. They want to find out who you are. So former pharmacist turned into a world traveler. All right, showing you're a traveler. You used to be a pharmacist. That's high value. And now what do you do now? Now you're an entrepreneur and a coach. So now I help people discover themselves and unlock their true potential. Most people would say, oh, entrepreneur and I'm a coach. But that doesn't explain anything. It doesn't show who you are. But now you say, I help people discover themselves and unlock their true potential. It's another high value thing. And it's another thing she's going to be curious about. Like, oh, I see all these pictures of this guy, these really good pictures. He's traveling, going all these places, and he's helping people to unlock their true potential. Like, what is this all about? Usually I just see guys on Tinder with bathroom selfies and they say they like to work out. That's boring. But now this guy, who is he? So now it's going to up their interest. And also, another thing we're working on is to qualify them. So instead of just making it like you accept everyone, you're qualifying by saying you must be willing to go on an adventure at a moment's notice. So now that's screening her, not just being like a needy guy. It's screening them out and be like, you must be willing to go on an adventure at a moment's notice. And the other thing that makes that line good is now if you're texting back and forth and you're talking, she's already swiped right because she's adventurous and spontaneous. So in her head, she's already like, she read the profile, all right, I'm adventurous and spontaneous. So if you say, let's meet up, well, she has to fall into that frame of spontaneous and adventurous that you already set for her. So she's more likely to go on a date or to go out or to do something fun because the frame is already set that she's spontaneous.
And now it could be any.
So we're talking about like the stereotype things of like sometimes Indian guys or Asian guys or whatever the case, whatever. There's so many different things where guys are like hesitant because they think the girl's not going to like that, and if you put it out there and make a joke about it, it almost takes the pressure off. So in this case, he's saying, oh, my kitchen doesn't smell like curry. So it's a fun little playful thing where he's like, yeah, I understand, in like a Western culture, some guys like, oh, if they're an Indian guy, they might have a perception of something, or Asian or whatever. Instead of just being worried about it, you put it out there and it now becomes playful and fun, and it's more interesting. So him saying, my kitchen doesn't smell like curry, or adding a little humor in there is fun because now it takes some of the pressure off. Like the posing one, yeah, it looks good, you're in a suit, but you don't want to have any low value where like the posing or the ones that don't look right, or at least the travel ones, they show value in some way. You're doing something, even if she can't see like you up close, at least you're doing something. It shows that you've traveled or you're done
like the background.
It's not a bad picture. If you have the one with the suit where you're just kind of posing for the attraction, it's bad. For a website, it's good because you're going for something different. For a business website, it's good, but for getting attraction, it's not. Works is because it's like you're doing something, so there's a reason the picture should be taken. If you just go lean up against a pole and someone takes a picture, it's like, oh, you're posing for the camera. That's a feminine thing. Yeah. But if like anything, you're doing an activity like that, that's a cool thing, then someone would take your picture because it's a different setting. It's you're
I
doing
could have
something.
put-
No, you can have as many as as long as they show value.
Okay.
You could have 10 pictures, and if you have one bad one, the bad one's going to ruin everything.
Oh, okay. yeah, that is.
So have enough pictures to show value, but
Okay.
don't have just any low value pictures.
Yeah.